I guess in this video I'm going to discuss about for each loop in C# programming language. So idea for each is used to iterate through collection. So collection is like integer, a string, character, etc. Or it is used to traverse array or collection elements. So idea this is collection of integer. So idea I've taken integer a/r and here I've given the value 12, 8, 32. Next I use for each loop, so int k in a/r. So traverse the array. So at here a/r is the array. So this all elements. So this all elements 12 and 32. So that traverse into k or collection of elements. So integer collection. So this all elements into the integer. So that all elements traverse one by one into k. And hereafter that print the k value. So let's see one example I'm going to write. First I'm going to write int a/r integer array type variable. So at here let's write new and here sorry not new. I'm going to directly give the value to 832 and hereafter let's write for each loop. So at here int give the data type name. So I'm going to give int k in the value all the value of r and hereafter console class dot write. Right here I'm going to print k value. So one by one this all elements in the array. So 12, 8, 32. So this all element one by one traverse into k and finally that print k value. So let's execute and see. So first time 12, next 8, 32. So if you give right line, so new line that print the value 12 at 32. So one important point here, for each loop versus for loop. So this is the syntax, this is the example of for loop. So at here initialization of elements it's equal, so only or syntax different. So at here for each and here I'm using for. So at here int k and in all array value. So at here for for each int k in a/r. So a/r is the uh, array name and here that all array traverse into k. So but for loop, so first is initialization, next is condition check. If the condition is true, then that print the value and again the loop continue. So and here I'm going to write for loop. So first I'm going to do mark this all as a commit. So this all commented now. So let's take one more time int a/r. So let's initialize 12, 12, 8, 32. So this is the value I initialize. So this time let's write for loop. So right here int I start from 0 less than I less than a/r dot length. Hereafter I plus plus and next console cross dot write line method. So let's print a/r of I. Let's execute and see. So the same output I'm getting 12 at 32. So right here I'm getting the same output. So what is the importance of for each loop? So right here advantage of for each loop. So at here I'm getting the same output by using for loop also. So why do we need for each loop? So here advantage. So it eliminates the possibility of programming error like index out of bound exception. Suppose or sometimes here this is so simple 8 of R and here I have given three values. So if you are using a for loop and here we know three elements so that I have given the 8 of R dot length. So if I am going to give equal and execute, so it's so successful. But here I'm getting the exception. System index auto bound exception. Because what happened at this point? So first time I value is 0. So that check 0 less than 8 over R dot length. So 3 elements. So total length is 3. So first term 0 less than 3 condition is to that print. 0 less than 1 condition is to that print. 0 less than 3 condition is not true that print. So at a total number 0 to 3. So total numbers of iteration is 4. But here I've given 3 values. So suppose here this is 3 elements, then it's okay to analyze what condition I have to give. Suppose if the code is 3 and 4 pages and there I've taken some array and here I've given there are so many elements I enter into the array. So I don't know how many elements into the array. So it's very difficult to give the condition. So this time it's okay. But if the array length is too high and it's so difficult to analyze how many what condition we have to give. So in this case, if you are using for loop, so definitely we are getting equal. If I'm going to give equal, then definitely exception come. But if you are using for each loop, so it handles this situation very well. So suppose if I'm going to give, let's mark this one as a comment and I'm going to mark this one as a uncomment. So now I'm going to you enter how many elements. So no need to specify 89, 98. You can enter n numbers of elements. There is no any condition that what happened at this point. So 8 over R, this all elements in the array. So that all elements one by one traverse into K and then that brings. So there is no any index of bound situation come by using for each loop. So let's execute. So this is the output we get. So this is the advantage of for each loop. So it eliminates the possibility of programming error like index of bound exception. But if you are using for loop, so must be there must be a chance of index auto bound error. So so that we are using for each loop. So now in this video it's over. So I hope guys this video is helpful for you. So see you in next video. Thank you.